Hi everyone, this is Kristen, and today I'm here with the Dog Bone Wetsuit Impact case for iPhone 6s Plus and iPhone 6 Plus. This case is also available for the 6 and the 6s. The Dog Bone Wetsuit Impact is your basic waterproof case, but it has a special feature. It has a tempered glass screen protector. This case is waterproof to 6.6 feet as well as being drop-proof to 6.6 feet. It is snowproof and dirt-proof, and as I said, it features a tempered glass screen protector. Looking at the Wetsuit Impact on my iPhone 6s Plus, you can see that it is a reasonably slim case for a waterproof case. In fact, it is almost exactly the same dimensions as the LifeProof FRE. If you put the two of them together, they are very similar actually in a lot of aspects. They have the same slightly grippy sides with a smooth back, and they, as I said, are pretty much exactly the same size. The big difference between these two cases is that the LifeProof FRE has a plastic screen protector and the one on the Wetsuit Impact is tempered glass. Does it really make a difference? Well, that's a good question. When I heard that this was a tempered glass screen protector, I was really pretty excited. However, the reality is a little bit more complicated. This is tempered glass, I'm quite sure, but it has quite a bit of other materials in it. From my understanding, tempered glass screen protectors are made from multiple layers of plastic and glass, and my guess is that this one has a good amount of plastic in it, and this combined with the fact that it is not an adhesive screen protector, in other words, it doesn't stick to your screen, means that you're not going to have quite the same performance that you are expecting if you're thinking about having, say, a stick-on tempered glass screen protector like, say, the Zagg Glass or the Cinder screen protector or something like that. This is not going to give you that kind of experience. The screen protector on the Wetsuit Impact is absolutely fine. It's perfectly functional, but I would not say that it is a huge improvement over the screen protector, say, on the LifeProof FRE. Everything works just fine. There is a very minimal air gap here, and so you have very good responsiveness. There is no problem accessing 3D touch, for example. Typing is very easy. Everything is really quite good in that respect. The screen protector itself has a very nice Touch ID feature. That all works really well. There is really no issue whatsoever with the screen protector, but if you are looking for the tempered glass experience, and by that I mean the one where everything is all buttery smooth and perfectly crystal clear, that's not this kind of screen protector. So tempered glass it is, but it has its similarities with plastic as well. Other than that, everything works very well with this case. It's quite easy to get on and off your phone. Installing your phone in the Wetsuit Impact case is really pretty straightforward. First of all, make sure that the case itself is nice and clean and dry. Then take your phone and put it in the bottom section. Make sure it's properly situated. Next, I would make sure that your phone screen is perfectly clean. Dog Bone does include a nice microfiber cloth here for this purpose, so make sure that your phone's screen is nice and polished and clean. Before you put on the top bit, one thing that is recommended that you do is that you should open up the ports on the bottom to make sure that the maximum amount of air is able to get out. Then simply press into place. This is extremely easy to get on, by the way. It's probably the easiest of the waterproof cases that I have installed. It clips on very easily and unclips also very easily. And then once it is in place, what they recommend that you do is lightly wipe down with a microfiber cloth to remove as much trapped air as possible. Apparently, if you don't do this, it will slowly get removed, but this is a faster way to a good result. And then obviously you can close up your little ports again. And that's pretty much it. It is installed. Looking at the fit of the case on my iPhone 6s Plus, you can see that the port openings are covered, obviously, as you would expect with a waterproof case. They are relatively deep, but I didn't have any problems with getting any of my third-party lightning cables in there or my third-party headphones as long as I was using the included extension cable. Without the extension cable, I'm pretty much limited to my Apple stock headphones due to the depth here. These are also nice and easy to put into place and to remove. Nice tight fit. Going around to the side, as I mentioned, this has a nice rubbery feel to it. This is quite nice in the hand. Volume up and down buttons are a bit on the stiff side, but other than that, everything works well. Mute switch is really quite stiff. It works, but it is a little bit of a trial to use, but this is quite common with this type of case, so I really can't mark down Dog and Bone very much for that. Going around to the back, we have a very smooth surface on the back. This is not a grippy surface. It's actually a little bit different depending on color. The orange one that they sent me, this orange and black one, has a bit more of a textured back to it, whereas the black one doesn't. So not really sure quite what's going on with that. Everything works well with the camera. There's no flashback issue. And power button is similarly stiff to the volume buttons, but again, all quite workable. The audio quality on this case is actually quite good for a waterproof case. I think it may be very slightly better than the LifeProof FRE, but it's hard to judge those kinds of things. But overall, I was really quite pleased with the audio quality on this. The only issue that I have with the Dog Bone Wetsuit Impact is that the tempered glass screen protector is perhaps not quite as exciting and glorious to use as I had hoped, but it's a perfectly fine screen protector and it does the job. Should you choose it over the LifeProof FRE? Well, I really think it comes down to personal preference. These cases retail for basically the same amount. They are, as I said, very similarly sized and have a very similar feel to them. They do have a difference in their screen protector, this one obviously being tempered glass versus the LifeProof FRE being the plastic, but honestly, the difference in usability is not huge, so I would just go for whichever one you like the style and feel of better, because that's really what is the differentiator here, I think, rather than the tempered glass versus plastic. Again, we've been looking at the Dog Bone Wetsuit Impact for iPhone 6s Plus and iPhone 6 Plus. This case comes in 3 colors. We have black on black, orange with black, and there is also a white with gray, which is not pictured. You can purchase the case directly from Dog & Bone as well as from other retailers. I will put links below where you can find out more about it. Many thanks to Dog & Bone for sending me out these cases to review. If you have any questions about these cases, or if you just want to leave a comment, please feel free to leave it in the comments below and I will do my best to address it. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel and are interested in doing so, please consider it. I do try to put out 2 to 3 videos a week on iPhone 6s Plus, iPhone SE, and iPad Air 2, and I would love to have your support. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch. This is Kristen with the Dog & Bone Wetsuit Impact. Have a fantastic day.